Hi, in this tutorial I'm going to show you how to make a halo ring around an 80-point diamond. As you could see, I don't actually use any of the automatic tools very rarely, and not because they're not good, but just occasionally I don't get the result that I want, so I've learned to do everything manually. We'll get started. We'll pick up the diamond and go to Gem tab, extract curve, and perhaps lower it a bit by -1 mil, and I'll offset that line by approximately 1.6 mil, just a little bit bigger than the diamonds I'm using on the side. I'm going to use 1.5, and just to give it a slight angle where the setting is, and I'll pick up these two curves, and with tapping on the Alt you'll see the plus sign coming, and now you can type 1.5 mil and it gives you duplication of that line below. Highlight these and scale it down a little bit to get a slight taper on it, as well as take the inside one and scale it inward a little bit so you have a little bit more body on the halo from the back where it's not going to be seen. It can be a little bit thicker. From modeling, you got loft, click 1, 2, 3, 4, make sure you pick them in order. Doesn't matter which order, as long as you put them all in order. You can't jump in between. Make sure the lines are correct, press enter again and click close loft, and now we've got the plate to place a gem on it. I'll pick up, it's important to add a couple more layers every time you start a new job, just to be able to use different color layers and hide them. Some jobs requires a lot more. So now I'm going to pick up the blue one, and from the top view I'll go to the duplicate edge, tap and extract ISO curve, and this is a good tool that actually gives us the ISO curve of the surface, and on it we can apply the gem. So if we go to gem online, as you could see, it already picked up the line. Now it's asking for the surface, and it started with first diamond. We need it 1.5. We'll go up to 1.5. When gap it a little bit here, because the second stone is going to run from below it. Now remember, you don't need to do the full circle, you only need to do a quarter. So I'm going to keep tapping more and more until I get the quarter right. And in the parameter here you can go and select where the diamonds you want them to be. I want them to be below level with the surface where the line is, so please accept. Go to shaded mode, wire mode. Now that stone, as you can see, it's not directly in the center, so what I'll do is I'll pick all of them up and go to rotate tab and rotate the center of the stone to the center of the plane, and that gives me now equal space when I apply the others. And as they are highlighted, you go and select the mirror, and you mirror it to the other side, and then you also select these minus that, and also mirror to this side, and there you go. You've got now your diamonds lined up, all spaced evenly. I think it's about 14 of them, and that is exactly what I want. So this is stage 1 of this video. I'm going to pause it now and get back to you in a second. Welcome again. As you can see, we applied the diamonds. Now we need to make the cutters. Once again, you can go to automatic cutters and it will give you cutters, but sometimes they don't just come out nice and straight on top of the diamond. You need to do a lot of tweaking, so it takes just as long to do it by hand. Why not do it by hand? First thing I'll do here is this is my center origin. where all the first diamond is. I'll go to the curve menu and I'll pick up interpolate on surface, and I'll pick that surface. I'll draw a line from that edge to that edge. Now I've got a line here giving me the center of the ring, of the halo. From front view, I'll pick up the end of that line, and just to know where it is, and then in the middle I'll select line, straight line, both sides, and with the wire 3/4 or about 90%, 80% of the diamond from here to here. See how important now to have two different colors, because you can work on one. Arc start, end direction at the start. So from here to here I'll come down. In fact, I might pick up a different layer now just to see it better. So we're back to the arc direction at the end. From here to here, with the shift on, I'll bring it all the way down. So if I need to go any lower, I'll go to the first. You need to rebuild this because it will only give you 2 points. If you go to the edit points, it'll only give you 2 points on it. Actually it gave me 5. Sometimes if it doesn't give you 5, you can go to rebuild that curve and type 5. So now I'll pick up these 3 points, including this one. Make sure you pick them all up and bring it down to about here. Show 3/4 of the way off the diamond, and that obviously gave us a slight dish here. We'll come down with that by itself. Okay, now we'll join that line with this line. Okay, so from perspective view, the line is on the inside. Take it a little bit outside the plane and extrude it now. Extrude it one way. We don't need it both sides, so it's just one side. Make sure it's solid, one side. As long as it passes this, we've got the first one. Now this is going dead straight. We can tilt. Sorry, it's only tilt this face, so we can tilt it until it's lined up nicely with adjust it, make sure it's going through nicely, and you can often with the halo have it being cut deeper towards the outside and keep some more strength towards the inside. That's not a problem. I'll hide the diamond, and like we talked before about, and I won't need that curve anymore. Control Shift, select the surface and taper it. Taper it a little bit with 3D first, and now do the same. Control Shift, select, and now only 2D or 1D rather. So from top view, that'll give us an idea how it's cutting. So we need to have similar gap between the diamonds, between the top and the inside, the outside and the inside. That looks to me that it's okay, but once again, if it's your recorder history is on, you can make that adjustment later after you array all of them. So from top view, I'm going to array, polar array, 0, enter, type number 14 pieces we need, enter, enter, enter. And there you go, you've got those cutters everywhere. Now the space between here and there should be at least 0.8. So we'll measure it from here to here. We've got 1 mil, so we can afford to scale this a little bit bigger. Only 1D without the shift on, and that'll scale everything with it. Fantastic. Okay, so now we've got the outer the middle cutters made all by hand, all the same shape, and beautifully divided evenly around the halo. Now from the right view we're going to produce the second cutter. Once again I'll go to the enter plate on surface, select the surface, get it lined from here to here just to get the center not right. From the right view approximately from the back of that line, pick up the arc direction at the start from here. Oh, sorry, it's the other way. If that is my line, so somewhere in the middle here, arc direction at the start. I don't want it to go as low as the middle cutter, so that can go from here to here. Bear in mind you've got to leave minimum of 0.4 between the edge of the cutter and this the edge of the other cutter. So that's a little bit less than 0.4. We need it to be even less than that. So I'll do it again. And we can do the scaling later once we've got all of it ready. A mirror. Always important not to have a very sharp end on anything. So if I would move this, it'll move the other one, and go and blend this with this and join it, minus that. And now add one more line to close it and join that with them too. Join. So as you could see, it's in the middle of the ring this time. Might have to do a small adjustment to it. This time I'll adjust the curve before I extrude it and take it up a little bit. And now I will do the extruding from the right view. Just is it the right view? Oh, sorry, from the front view, just so I can see how far out I need to go. Extrude, and I'll make it the same length as the others. And now I've got that middle cutter. Before I start cutting away, I need to taper the inside. Once again, you Control Shift, pick up that surface, and it's only 1D. You need to make it as narrow as possible to maintain 0.4 minimum of the claw here. So we don't need that curve, we can get rid of it. We'll do one final measurement to see if we are under or close to the 0.4, and it's from here to here. It's telling me 1 mil, that's not right, so from the front view I need to do this, or the right view. From here to here, it's showing me 0.2 of a mil, so it's got to be a little bit smaller overall. Sometimes you might need to adjust the first one. That's it, that adjusts them all. That's like 0.45. Okay, same deal. I'll pick up that surface and polar array 0, enter 14, enter, enter, enter. Beautiful. Now we'll go back to that line and we'll go and pipe it. From the cylinder pipe, now that can be 1.1 mil, so I'll type 0.55, enter, enter. So that's giving me 0.11 of the mil. Now half of that wire, the pipe is inside, so I'll take it up a little bit because we don't need to go down that deep. And now I'm going to boolean everything, boolean difference, that with all the green, enter. And there you go. You've got now beautifully made halo with, delete that curve, we don't need any more curve. That's the quickest way, minus the, now we've got the halo. If we bring back our diamond, which is hiding, there you go. Now we can select all the diamond and go to jewelry cutter. I'll show you how I adjust the cutter. The cutters automatically go to this height. The height at the moment is okay, but sometimes you need to increase to see them from the other side. Now in this step I do the taper 50%, so they're not really that small holes at the back, so 50 or sometimes 60. I'll scale it down to 90% in overall size, and that's ready now. Now this particular, I picked up the center diamond with them by mistake, but it's not going to do anything because it's not touching anything. And now I'll just go boolean union, boolean difference, that with all these cutters. Beautiful. So if I pick up the diamonds now and hide them, you've got the hole, you've got the nice little cut, it's ready to be set, even by an amateur. Now as you can see here, one of them, you can see that the actual hole is more on one side. The diamond is not tilted enough, but we have thickened the back of it, so it is in the middle, providing that was the same size of that. But if you wish to give it more of an angle, and let's bring back the cutters, and as you can see now it picks up the cutters as one all together, so you have to go to ungroup them by clicking the group tab underneath ungroup, and perhaps get rid of all of them and keep one. So delete. I'll keep the one that I can line it up square with the delete, and I'll just keep this one, delete, and I'll just keep this one. And from the right view, this is the cutter we have. I go to cage edit, boundary box, world, enter, and now you can pick up the bottom lines and you can bend it so it's slightly inside, and you could check with the perspective view, see how far in you went. You can afford to go a little bit more, and that's perfect. So now the hole is roughly in the center of the plate, even the bottom of the plate is bigger. You could do that, you could tilt it. I like to keep it as it is, sitting nicely at the diamond. I'll just want it to bend the back of it. So let's get out of there, delete that box boundary, select the cutter, go to top view, polar array 0, enter. It's still selecting 14 anyway, and now we've got all the cutters in the way we want it. And I'll go to Boolean union, Boolean difference, pick that one with, now you need to select them separately because we ungrouped them. And there you go, the cutter did not change at all from the top. If we hide the diamond, it didn't change at all from the top, it's just had a little bend on it from the back. And this is it, that's the top part of the ring. Now you can, next tutorial I can show you what we can do from the back side, whether you want to do a little bit of a gallery cap or only 4 bars that holding this halo, but overall this is how you make a halo with micro cutting and getting a perfect cut in between. Thanks for watching.